We're gonna share screen at some point, right?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that.
Alright, yeah, probably should do that. Hey, I promise I'm actually experienced at this. Hello, chat, everybody here on Twitch. And today, we are here for the Majors World Series. So it's me, Sarah, and also joining me today is Reno. Hi, say hi, Reno.
Hello, how are we doing, everyone?
And also quote-unquote hummus god.
Hey, what's up? I just want to give a shout out to everyone in chat. I know my mic sounds bad, but I'm in an Arby's drive-through right now, so I'll be home soon. But I do want to shout out to everyone in chat. We got VCL tomorrow, so tune in tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central, Eastern. We got VCL.
Yes, you heard it here first. VCL tomorrow night. Definitely. By the way, I am legally required to disclose that is actually hummus. That is scud muffin.
That was the joke, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, we did advertise for that hummus will be show up today. Unfortunately, hummus decided to back out for the minor stream. That broke my heart and tear it into 1,000 pieces, but we ignored that part anyways. So today our matchup is between the Sea Serpents and the Aviators. You have to let go. The Vandals died. The Vandals died 3 years ago. You have to let go, Scud. You have to let go. So yeah, there's gonna be playoff today. We have a team in kind of two different stages. The Aviators, first time in playoffs in about a long time, and then like since about 10 seasons ago. That sounds about right. It's been a long rebuilding process, but finally they get to enjoy the fruit of their labor a bit by being able to appear in this World Series. And meanwhile, the Seattle Sea Serpents has been good for a while. However, a few of their talents are kind of leaving this offseason, so really, we're kind of just trying to rebuild for a while now. This is just the end of an era, I suppose. So, there you go. It's going to be between these two different teams in their two different stages of their existence at this current moment. So, that's just how it's going to be. It should be an interesting series.
This game will feature two teams.
Yes, it will. Thank you for the analysis. It'll be two baseball teams indeed, and they will be playing the game of baseball.
In a stadium.
Take it easy there, John Spaltz.
Oof. I'm not even a Braves fan, but that hurts.
Wow, okay. Do you have any analysis for us, Reno, as well?
Basically, we're going to see the series of can the Serpents offense outslug the OBX pitching. This OBX younger team have some older, retired players in there at this point in time with Jimothy Brizzo and Dustin Johnson. But can the old guard kind of keep up with the just juggernaut that is the entire Serpents lineup? So,
fine. Yeah, I mean, it's been the Sea Serpents always have been known for both their lines, but also the pitching for the most part. John Morgan's going to be starting their game one. John Morgan being Bailey when the active starts they have. But Athena Arya has been pretty dominant over the last few seasons and pretty much been a stalwart rotation so far. So really just... Yeah, and also OBS kind of got here through different sort of acquisitions here because Dustin Johnson, Jimothy Brizzo wasn't on this team at the beginning of the season. Then they caught fire, and then they decide, hey, you know what, let's go for it, didn't they? So, really, also two different players. Jimothy Brizzo even is in a Maui jersey right now, but yeah, two different players, two different stages, and OBS just decided that this is their chance to take advantage of the situation, and maybe they will, maybe they won't. So we'll see what happens here. All right, that's enough intro. People have heard us talking enough, so are we ready to start? Last chance to bet on everybody. Y'all ready?
Let's do it, let's don't.
All right, let's do it then. First of all, let me turn off BNN. And also, you know what's really funny? This season, Anika's going to be commentating himself striking out potentially. in the World Series.
Potentially, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, because Nika's still in the OTP files right now in my game. So, anyways, let's begin here with Seattle leading off for Christoph Kaprizov. It's gonna start off with a strikeout.
Yeah, can I get a candy please? Like, how much is it?
Yeah, Bob Bad Person now stepping up is gonna hit a fly out to left field. Now Rocks Out Crocs Out is gonna hit a ground ball through the first baseman's legs, and that is gonna go into corner. It's gonna be a double here, 2 outs. So now runner scoring position for right count. That is gonna be deep, but that is gonna be caught as the center fielder is just gonna range over and catch that ball. So anyways, now stepping up is going to be Erd Schneider. That is going to be deep. That is going to be caught on the warning track. Now next up, Marcus Emerson. That's also going to be deep, and it's also going to be on the warning track. None of those are going out right now, but Nigel Ortega stepping up. That is going to be a single with a lot of 2 out hits so far in the first inning, as we do have Nigel Ortega getting on first base. 0-2 count. That is going to be a strikeout, but the ball is going to be away, and that is going to be a strikeout. Get on base. But Nick Fielder is going to strike out anyway, so 2 are going to be stranded here as we now move on back to Seattle Sea Serpents with Jose Slavseco.
2 strikeouts, 2 flyouts.
Yeah, and now stepping up is going to be Slavseco here. That is going to be a single. It's going to be caught by center fielder, stopped by center fielders here, so Slavseco's going to get on base here. 2-2 count. That is going to be hit to the second baseman. Force free double play. And now that is going to be a strikeout by Coach, and that is going to end the inning here. Is the audio a bit too loud? Oh no. Now stepping up. Cole Kim is going to hit a fly on the center field. Going to be caught. Yeah, now we go 3-2 count. That is going to be a strikeout for Didi Brazil. And now Sui 0-2 count. Strikeout. And 1-2-3 goes Aviators. So now we move on to the Sea Serpents here. 1-2 count. Shane Knox is going to strike out Mike Forbes Jr. 2-2 count. Going to be grounded out to the second baseman. And now finally we have Christoph Kaprizov 3-2 count. That is going to be grounded out to the shortstop. Still scoreless here in the middle of the third as we now move on to OBX. And then now we're going to have a strikeout by baseball. Erd Schneider. Gonna be a strikeout. And finally we have Marcus Emerson here, 2 outs. Only 3 hits so far. This is going to be grounded out to the second baseman. That ends the third inning. Now we're going to move on to Scud for the next 3 innings.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. About that person getting us started here. Top of the 4th, that'll be a strikeout. Number 4 on the bump for Morgan. I'll bring up Rock Out with your Crocs out. 0-2 count. And he'll watch that one for strike 3. Make it number 5 for the game. Bringing up Ryan Cacao with a full count. He'll work the first walk of the game here between the 2 teams. Bringing up the hot-hitting Jose Slavseco. And there's a fly ball. Deep center field. And it's gone. Never mind. That's not. Hate to get your hopes up, Seattle fans, but it's a tie game heading into the bottom of the 4th. Nigel Ortega, full count. There's a fly ball into deep center field, but that one's not even close to teasing y'all with. Justin Johnson, ground ball over to short, and he won't beat it out, so that'll be out number 2. Nick Fielder on the 2-2 pitch, fly ball, right center field, and that'll be an extra base hit. Will it be 3? He does go. And well, they do make the throw, but won't be in time. So a 2-out triple, bringing up Cole Kim. Fly ball, center field. And we will not have our first run as that's caught for out number 3. And we head to the top of the 5th with Hatsukaru. On the first pitch of the at-bat, swinging. There's a ground ball over to first, thrown over for out number 1. Cody Kochan on the 2-1 count. Lines one into left for a line drive out. Then Shane Knox with the catcher pop up for out number 3. So still scoreless heading into the bottom of the 5th. 2 hits apiece for both teams, and retired Javithany Brizzo will strike out for the first out of the inning. Bringing up Sui C, the 3rd baseman for the Aviators. They will strike out as well. Strikeout number 8 and only 4 2/3 innings for area. And they'll bring up baseball. 2-2. And there is strikeout number 9 to end the inning. So still scoreless, no hits in that bottom half of the inning. We head to the top of the 6th. Mike Forbes Jr. works the full count walk. We'll put a runner at first base for leadoff hitter Krzysztof Kapakasov, and they'll be over to first, not over to, or over to second, not over to first for the fielder's choice. Route number 1. Then a error dropped by the first baseman, and that'll put a runner in scoring position. And then the walk by Croxout will load the bases for Ryan Cacao on the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball, center field. Will it be enough? They don't send them, so 2 outs, 2-2 count here. And Sloseko goes down with the bases loaded.
Oh boy, that got tense.
That was very tense. Bottom of the 6th here. Leadoff man Urs Schneider will ground out to third. Marcus Emerson. There's a ground ball over to second. That would be out number 2. And Nigel Ortega on the 1-0 count will hit a grounder over to first and thrown over for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 inning here for area. And we head to the top of the 7th with Reno.
Hatsukaru leading off here in the top of the 7th, still looking for that first elusive runner, first run in this game, I should say. We've had several base runners. Karu with a leadoff single here. Third time of the order might be setting through here from Morgan, as that is a shot into the gap by Kochan. They're gonna send the runner, the shortstop, the relay throw from Schneider, not in time, and just like that, the Serpents have taken over here in the top of the 7th now with a man on second and no outs and the 1-0 lead. Becky Quinn coming in. Becky Quinn will punch out Knox looking there. As we cut to Forbes Jr. now, who has 2 walks on the day already. It's that one to the right field. That will drop in front of the right fielder. They hold them at third. First and third now with 1 out. Ground ball ends this inning in theory. Karpak's off to first. They're third to second. At first they get the double play. They keep it at a 1 run. They keep it to only 1 there. But we actually need more than 2 hits to bring in a run here. So let's see if they can do it against their area. 84 pitches as we head into the 7th. That is her first walk of the game to go on her 9 strikeouts. Dominant performance from area so far. The runner goes. The runner is cut down by a country mile. Oof, what are you doing there, Dustin Johnson? Nick Fielder strikes out as well. So it started off strong with that leadoff walk, is now very quickly erased here as Cole Kim has it all to do with the bases empty. Cole Kim will fight that one off to the left fielder, though, for a 2-out single. So the magic isn't just it yet as Brizzo steps into the box. As they will ground that one weakly to second base, they throw over to first. That will end the inning. Whew. As OBX fails to capitalize on that runner, and now we still have a 1-0 lead here for Seattle. Bob Eberson leading off here against Quinn. He will shoot that one into the gap as well. Seattle getting it done against the OBX bullpen here now. As Croxout will step in now. Runner on second, no outs. Croxout to center field. That one will be camped under by Fielder, who holds the runner there at second. Ryan Cacao stepping in. Cacao back to the pitcher. They throw over to first. They get the easy play there. Sloseko in. Sloseko will draw a 2-out walk. And that'll be first and second, 2 outs for Kaoru, who will draw another walk. So will be bases loaded for Cody Kochan, who has the first RBI of the day. Deep to center field, but it will stay in the park. Fielder catches it, and it will remain 1-0 here, folks. But this is not over by any stretch of the imagination. Suyu Asui leading off here. Aria still going strong. Leadoff walk there to Asui. Deep to center field, but not deep enough as the baseball does its best, but cannot get good contact. Schneider and formerly Red Hot come into this game. Another bad swing there, and Urias looking her to get out of this jam already. Emerson to left field, right to the left fielder on the charge. And OBX was yet another runner, which have been so few and far between here against Area. Seattle. Knox leading off here, top of the 9th, looking for some insurance. Runs to the shortstop, throws it over to first. Easy 9-9 play there. Forbes Jr. in. Forbes Jr. to the right fielder, Johnson, who will camp under that one for the second out. Kapakasov stepping in now. Will fight that one off and send it up the middle to center field for a 2-out single. Last chance by Bipperson. Bipperson to right field. Easy catch there for Dustin Johnson. OBX just needs one. But Athena Aria has been lights out all day. Can they get the complete game shutout here, folks? Here's the pitch. Grounds the first. Despite being on the bag, did not step on the bag, and therefore we have a lead-off single. Aaron Beck is stepping in. He gets Dustin Johnson striking out, looking on 3 pitches. Fielder in now. They throw to first. They pick him off at first base as Beckett, as the right fielder coach and dives through the wall to make the game-saving catch there, as Seattle will take this game 1-0. Just a story of pitching from Seattle. Aria, every time they got base runners on, she just shut them down. And just blunders on the base pass for OBX2. You had a runner caught stealing by a mile, and you had the pickoff at first to ruin any threats you did have as well. So technically close game, though. That could have gone either way. So good start to the World Series here, folks. We saw a lot. Quick box score recap. Bunch of hits for the Seattle lineup, with the only RBI coming from a Cody Kochan double there in the 7th inning. Athena Aria pitches 8 strong innings, doesn't allow an earned run, 4 hits, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts. Becky gets the save. On the OBX side, only 4 hits to talk about, 2 from Ortega, 1 from Fielder, 1 from Kim. Jana Morgan pitched well, only 4 hits and 1 earned run. Becky Quinn did well out of the pen, but when you don't score a run, it's hard to do anything with that one, as Seattle takes the 1-0 series lead. And player of the game, to no surprise, is Athena Aria.
That was the most OTP knife inning of all time. Let's see.
Kicked off at first. Nice.
No, a leadoff runner infield, and infield hit down, like, went to first base, but they just refused to step on the bag. And then it picked off, and then they get instantly picked off, and then somebody dived through the wall to make a catch, which is a very OTP series of events. Anyways, we have. Sorry, go ahead.
No, so the chat was correcting me. It's Aria. So thank you. Or is it just Ria?
Or is it Aria? I don't know.
Oh, Aria. Okay, Athena Aria. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Twitch chat.
And no change. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna save quickly, just out paranoia. So let's begin round number 2. I suppose.
Yeah.
Before we continue, I'm just gonna let a few seconds while everybody is gonna be
Chatting it up.
Do I owe you?
Chatting.
What?
What?
What happened?
What? Y'all, what is this prediction?
Can Ahmad please explain? Because I have no idea.
Yeah, who's our Kobe? What is this?
Is Colby memeing?
Okay, if I don't get... Oh, okay, I see. Then that makes sense.
Do I say yes for this then? Or no? If you bet under on this last prediction, please vote yes on this bet. I didn't bet, so I'm not gonna put anything into this one. Ooh, someone just had like 16,000 and yes. Oof.
Someone is abandoning or abusing the system.
Okay, I guess we have to kind of wait until people process this, right? But I just don't want to wait that far since we have to get our second prediction up, don't we? I didn't expect that it was going to be predictions and not lineup changes that's going to hold us up, but here we are.
Someone please close that and pay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because Colby had the bet on it.
So, okay, so I guess I have... It's yes, isn't it?
Hold on. If you bet under, please vote yes. So we
And okay, yes, I'll do it then.
If you bet under the last prediction, please vote yes on this bet. Okay.
All right,
Yes.
then
Yes.
let's go. And then let's start a new prediction here.
Yep.
Two.
So what changed today is Irma Gerd now versus Wallace Jones. Wallace Jones
Illadilla legend.
Yep. 3.5 WAR this season. Got the advantage here, saying 80 overall.
Yeah.
But Ermagerd, the upstart, actually has a lower ERA and.
It's the same tale as the previous game. OBX has the lead in pitcher and the 2 batters, and Seattle has the lead everywhere else. But there was only a 1-0 win with Aria on the mound, so it's going to be interesting to see if that will hold up with Ermagerd, who's well, a heck of a pitcher, but not quite as god tier as Aria is at this point in time. So
Right.
How will the final? Wow, that's a fun prediction. How will the final run score? We have home run, sack, normal RBI, quote unquote. Pass ball error, screw up. Does a walk count?
Oh,
and then yeah.
Detroit's not in this one, so I wouldn't pick that one. But how will the final run score? I kind of like this one a lot.
Yeah, that is pretty certified fun.
Yeah, I you know what? I'm gonna put 1,500 on a sack fly, or on a sack. That's me. I'm the believer.
Well then, thank you to Yup for following.
Yup. Welcome to the World Series. Yup. Do we have to update the tracker at the bottom?
All right. See, I love having trackers. I hate maintaining them, but Sea Serpents, we are at 1.
So that's the entire reason you asked me to be on here.
Is it?
I don't know. Is it?
No, I thought it would be fun. What else?
I'm not even sure if I was asked to be on here.
To be honest, I don't.
No, you're like, I'm like, you know what? Hey, it'd be fun. Do it. I don't know. I initially did invite you mostly because I kind of want to switch it up this season, but then why I actually switch it up did somebody had to bail, so I might as well, right?
I'm almost realizing I'm not being a faircaster. I'm wearing my Seattle Kraken hat right now, so I gotta take it off.
It's not even the right sport, so I don't know if that
It's
counts.
not that counts. So
Okay.
I'm throwing on my other hat. So unless we have a PBE team from Worcester, Massachusetts, we should be fine.
Is Outer Banks in Massachusetts? Or is...
Outer Banks is in the Carolinas, right? Yeah.
North Carolina being in Massachusetts is something I would totally say, because I'm so bad with geography. But
I don't know where Outer Banks is.
North Carolina.
Okay.
Wait. North Carolina? No, one of the Carolinas. I don't know.
I would believe North Carolina over South Carolina.
Outer Banks.
All right, can we not induce people arguing over
It's North Carolina. Google says North Carolina, so that's what I'm rolling with.
Yes. Okay, I mean, like, let's just not start a war between Carolinas here on stream. So
That would be
okay,
fun to do,
anyways,
though, but yeah, no.
Which
it
Carolina?
would be, but also let's.
No, just mention barbecue.
Oh god, we're not
Carolina
doing that. Okay, let's start here. Reno, you're taking the first. You're taking the first 3 innings. Go.
How's my punishment? Okay. All right.
South Carolina doesn't have.
So leading off here, we have Chris Fox facing off against Walrus Jones, who will give a lead-off walk to the Seattle hitter. Rob Eberberson stepping in now. He will strike out a nasty pitch there from Jones. Working hard early here. And Rock Out with your Crocs will also go down by way of the K. Ryan Cacao here, last chance of the inning. To the right fielder, diving catch by Dustin Johnson. Seemed a little excessive, but you know what? He got the same result in the end. Runners out, no run score. Good job there from the pitching staff. Schneider leading off here against Ermagerd. Back up to the middle, second baseman throws it to first base. Easy 1-2 there. Emerson stepping in. Emerson back to the pitcher. Pitcher throws it over to first. Easy bang play as well. Ortega stepping in here. Ortega down the line. Will that drop? It will. They are hustling hard for second. The throw will be late. There is a 2-out double here for Dustin Johnson, hitting below 100 in the series. Lines it to the right fielder. They are going to send him home, and he is safe. The Outer Banks Aviators have jumped out to a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first on the RBI single from Dustin Johnson, which helps them in a huge way. Johnson's off for second. He will be safe here. Nathan Fielder now, 3-1 count. He's going to draw a walk. So we have first and second, have a 2 outs for Cole Kim hitting .314 in the series here. They will hit that one to the shortstop, caught by the glove of Forbes Jr. and the rally will end, but OBX is out on top 1-0 here. Exceeded a run total, tighter run total from the last game in the first inning. Slatseiko to the shortstop. Schneider throws to the first. Good play there. Carrero stepping in. Carrero deep to left field. Tracking it, though, will be Ortega for the second out. And Walrus Jones gets Kochan punched out for to end the top of the second here. Leading off, we have the red-hot Javinthony Brizzo here, the first baseman, against Ermagerd. Down to the left fielder. That would be a nice shot there. He's going to second. He will be there safe. Lead-off double now for the bottom of the order. Suyu Asui up to the center fielder. They won't send Brizzo, so it'll be first and third with nobody out. As baseball down past the third baseman. That will score the second run for OBX. It is 2-0 here, folks, as the bottom half of the order is getting it done for OBX. Schneider to left field. He'll be hang up a little bit too much and get caught out there by Kaoru. Yeah. Emerson will hit another lazy fly ball to the left fielder as well. And Ortega will get punched out, but now OBX has a 2-0 lead. They're making Ermagerd work quite a bit here already. Now, 5 hits and a walk to boot. Walrus Jones stepping in now. He's going to face Knox, the third baseman, throw to first. Easy bang-bang play there. Forbes will strike out by way of the... goes down by way of the K, excuse me. As Krapakazov, the last chance of this top of the third. To the center fielder, but camping under that one will be fielder, and that will end the bats there for Seattle early on. Now, Dustin Johnson, fielder, and Kim leading off here in the third. Johnson will get punched out. Nick Fielder stepping in now. Guards that one weakly to first base. There's another infield single where the first baseman already had the ball on first base. And they picked him off again, like last game as well. Cole Kim will walk out, though. We'll take a walk here. Javinthi Brizzo deep, back at the wall. You can kiss that one goodbye. 448 for Brizzo. The retiree on his swan song has just made it 4-0 as Hummus is diving across my screen in quite a beautiful image there. As this game has been blown open early on now, folks. Suasui deep, back to the left fielder as well. Back-to-back jacks for the OBX Aviators here. They're getting to Gerd early. This is what they desperately needed here. After the last game, they have 8 hits and 5 runs here. As baseball will try to step in to continue the rally now. ERA up for 7 for Gerd. She will strike out baseball, but the damage is done. OBX is up has put up 5 here in 3 innings. As we will hand it off to the next commentator up.
Hi, yes, me. If I had a nickel for every single time I've seen this World Series of someone getting infield single and then getting picked off, I have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that's happened twice. Anyways, we now have a strikeout by Crocs for 2 outs. 2-2 count. That's another strikeout. All shows on fire so far this game, and now we're going to move on back to OBX, whose offense has also been on fire here. Except we're now on to Ur Schneider. So Ur Schneider here, free count is going to take a walk as Ermagerd is still in the game. Stay on. It's going to be a pop-up for Marcus Emerson. Now, Nigel Ortega is going to hit lightly ground ball, but they're not even going to pick it up as no handle on it. 2-2 count, strikeout for Dustin Johnson. Now, Nick Fielder stepping up next. That is gonna be a single, so one run might try to score, and so far OBX has scored in every single inning of this game. Now it's a 6-0 game here for OBX in the bottom 4th, and we now, with 2 outs, move on to Cole Kim here, 2 runners as they move on to a Duke Singh who comes in for relief. That is gonna be a flyout, that is gonna be caught, and that is the end of the inning as we now move on to the top of the 5th here. 2-2 count, that is a strikeout of Jose Slatseiko. Next up, we're gonna have Hasukaru. Count, that is going to be hit to third base, and the no-hitter is over as that is going to be infield single as third base is not going to make an attempt on it. Now, furthermore, we have a flyout to right field is going to be caught. 3-2 count, that is going to be a pop-out. Going to be caught by the shortstop, and that's going to need an inning, but Seattle gets their first hit of the game. Still 6-0 here for OBX. Now, Javinthi Brizzo is going to step up and hit a fly out. I just want to note that Hummus has been trying to jinx the no-hitter for way too long now. Now, 0-2 count is going to be Sui getting the strikeout. 2-2 count baseball, that is going to be a ground out. It's going to go through the second baseman, though. And it's going to be a single. We do have a Schneider here. 1-2 count, strikeout, and that is going to be end the inning. So, for the first time since the beginning of the game, OBX doesn't score in that inning. Now we move on to the top of the sixth here with Mike Forbes Jr. That is going to be a flyout to left, 3-0 count. That's also going to be a walk. Now that is a flyout left field to be caught. Round first. Hey, by the way, Evox says hi. Now we have a strikeout here by Croxout. That is going to end in stranding 1 here on base here. Walsh still having a good performance so far. Now we move on to the bottom of the sixth. We have OBX. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop, Nigel Ortega. And that is deep. That's a bunt gone bad. That one is out here. That makes it a 7-0 game here so far here for OBX as Nigel Ortega is able to hit a solo home run here.
487 feet, good lord.
And that's almost 500. And then now we have Dustin Johnson, who is going to hit a single to left field. Nick Fielder, 2-2 count, strikeout for Nick Fielder. Next up, we have Cole Kim. Also gonna strike out. So with that, Dustin Johnson is stranded on board, but OBX scores 1 run again. Now we move on to Scott for the rest of the game.
Hey, let's go. All right, 7-0 OBX. Seattle needing 7 runs to tie it. Cacao will strike out for the first out of the top of the 7th. Bring up Slaseco with a fly ball, center field, caught for out number 2. Full count to Calru, and that will be a walk. So we'll run on first here with 2 outs for Cody Cochan. 0-2 count. There's a ground ball over to short, diving play, but no throw, so that'll be an infield single. Bringing up Shane Knox. 2-2 count, and there's a fly ball almost in the right center, but that will be caught for out number 3. So it is stretch time in North Carolina, as we've established. Now it's not stretch time. Javithany Brizzo ground ball over to third, and that'll be thrown over for out number 1. Bringing up Sui. Works the 4-pitch walk. So they'll put a runner on for baseball, the second baseman. But on the 0-2 count, there's a wild pitch, and I'll move Sui over to second. And then baseball will strike out for out number 2, but that'll put a leadoff man, Urs Schneider, with a runner in scoring position. He won't score him, though, as that'll be a ground out to the second baseman for out number 3. So OBX held scoreless in this inning, courtesy of Ash Weinstein. Seattle up to bat. Forbes Jr. will ground out over to third. Quick pocket saw, fly ball. That will be caught for out number 2. Bob Babbitt ground ball short, thrown over for out number 3. So Seattle is down to their last 3 outs. We'll see if they can hold OBX here and mount a comeback in the 9th. But leading off for OBX, Marcus Emerson. It'll be a base hit all the way to the right field corner. That should be extra bases, and it will as Emerson slides in for the double. Ortega, ground ball to short, playing off the bag for out number 1. Dustin Johnson will ground out to third for out number 2, and then Nick Fielder will ground out to the shortstop for out number 3. So 3 straight ground outs after the leadoff double holds OBX scoreless, and it is their last chance for game 2 for Seattle. Rock out with the Crocs out. Ground ball to the first baseman, out number 1. Cacao will pop out to the third baseman. Slaseco, 3-0 count. He works the walk, extends the inning just a little bit. Bringing up Hatsukaru. On the first pitch, he's swinging to the catcher and does not beat it out. OBX ties this series up 1-1, 7-0. 13 hits to 2. Holy moly. Just quick run through the box scores here. Only 2 hits came from Calru and Cochan. But for OBX, 2 for 5 with 2 runs for Nigel Ortega and 2 hits apiece and an RBI for Johnson Fielder. But most likely, player of the game might be Javithany Brizzo going 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs with that home run. Taking a look at the pitching, Irma Gerd, 3 2/3 innings, 5 earned runs, 4 Ks. Walrus Jones, those 7 innings of shutout ball, 3 walks, 9 Ks, and he, in fact, is your player of the game.
Alright, now time for me to change the counter before I get bullied again. 1-1, and we move on to game 3 here. Gonna take a save, and we're also gonna question GMs for a stamina check. I believe is not gonna come. Any changes? No changes. Okay, stamina check, please. Bullpen. Just gonna pick up Bear, who is on 87%, so well rested. Hey, thank you to Nersha Banco for rating Hero Party 41. We are having our World Series right now. This is the matchup between Sea Serpents and the Aviators. This is the conclusion of our season, and did you know that means that it's a great time to create right now for our next class. You get to be a part of number 40 draft class season number 40 here. So just go on click the link in the chat. You'll be able to join the PBE Discord. You'll be able to create a player, and yeah, you'll be able to take part in this wonderful community that we have right now. Yeah, that is, by the way, Pickleberry only 187, so we're gonna be fine. It is the day of. I can check Becky Quinn if you want. Okay. Actually, okay, Becky Quinn is at 78, that's it. Yeah, no, I went for a trial day already. We're on day 3 already, so.
Okay.
After you sim the off day, we have sim the off day. Okay, we good?
It happens to the best of us.
Why am I doing my best LPG impression? What does this mean? It's gonna scud.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Concerned. Okay, we good. And who takes the lead game 3 is our prediction here. So we're just gonna give a bit more for predictions to finish up.
Like, who takes the lead first in the game, or who takes the series lead?
Series lead, of course.
Oh.
I want to bet if I want a confirmation on what that one. I'm assuming it's series lead, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably safe to just get a service lead, right? I mean,
it's a valid question.
Yeah, I'm an assumer, so.
I mean, I would assume seriously.
I think it would be those runs it would probably be like who scores first.
Oh.
Colby, can we get confirmation just to be safe?
Okay, is this a who wins type question? Okay, that's the answer. I feel like that's that just answers it.
Okay, who
Yep,
wins?
okay, we good. And might as well just give it 10 more seconds then if anybody just for some reason didn't interpret that. Okay, so I guess starts now, and then it's Reno and then me, okay? We good?
Yep. Bueno.
Alright, and now we are going to go from North Carolina to Seattle here with game number 3 here in the Seattle Sea Serpent Stadium. Let's go.
Booze Gooser. And Caesar Ahuahe. First Snyder leading us off. Ground ball over to second. Out number 1 quickly made. Marcus Emerson on the first pitch of the AB will line a single into left field, so we have our first base hit of the ball game for doing game number 3. Nigel Ortega on the first pitch hits a high fly ball caught by the second baseman for out number 2. And then Dustin Johnson will strike out for out number 3. So almost a quick 1-2-3 inning, but a quick inning nonetheless. We head to the bottom of the first. Kripakosov. 0-1 count. It's almost a base hit, but diving play by the left fielder makes it out number 1. Ground ball from batter person to first is out number 2. Rock out with the Crocs out hits a base hit. So extending the inning here with a base hit into center field, bringing up Ryan Cacao. 1-2 count to Cacao, and he'll be strike 3 for the first strikeout for Azuaje. And we head to the top of the second with Nick Fielder leading us off in this inning. 2-2 count. There's a fly ball into right field, but that looks to be caught for out number 1. Bringing up Cole Kim, the Aviators catcher. And there's a base hit into center field on the 2-0 pitch, hard hit. Bringing up Javithany Brizzo, 1-2 count. And there's a fly ball deep center field, and it's over the head of the center fielder, and that looks to score. They don't send Kim, so runners at second and third here for third baseman Asui on the first pitch swinging. There is a sliding catch from the center fielder, but that will be good enough for a sac fly. So OBX takes a 1-run lead here in the top of the second. Base hit from baseball, and that'll score another run here. So that makes it a 2-0 lead from the RBI single from baseball. And bringing up Urs Schneider, 1-2 count, and there's a diving play from the left fielder to save any more potential damage, as that will end the inning. But OBX scores 2 runs here in the top of the second. We will see what Jose Slaseco has to say about that, and they say nothing as they strike out looking for out number 1. Bringing up the left fielder, Kauru, made 2 diving plays earlier last inning, but he will pop it up to the second baseman here for out number 2. Ko-Chan, fly ball, very shallow, caught by the center fielder for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 here for Cesar Ahuaje. Going to the top of the third. Marcus Emerson leading us off with a 3-1 pitch going for ball 4. Bringing up Nigel Ortega, 2-2 count, and he will strike out looking. The second on the scorecard for Booze Gooser. Justin Johnson will strike out as well, making it 3 strikeouts for Gooser. Cole Kim, fly ball with 2 outs. It won't be enough, and that will end the inning here. So no hits, or 1 hit. No, that was a walk. I can't remember. No runs there for OBX. But Seattle, let's see. Shane Knox will work the walk, putting the runner on with no outs. Bringing up Mike Forbes Jr. He will strike out looking for out number 1. And that'll bring up leadoff man Kripakosov, who will strike out as well. So 2 outs, runner at first. Bob Davenport works the full count to a walk. And that'll bring up the 3-hole Crocs out, who works a walk as well. Umpire said he did not go. So Ryan Cacao here. Bases loaded, and that will not fall. Pop out to the shortstop will end the inning. And we head to the top of the 4th. I do believe it's Reno?
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
Cole Kim stepping in here. He will ground that one to first, and they throw it. Koki to Gooser covering for the first out. Rizzo stepping in. Double in the second, and gets a single here to boot. Halfway to a cycle already. Suyu Isui stepping in now. Back up the middle there. Another hit. This last 2 games, the OBX bottom of the order has been giving Seattle some trouble there. Baseball to the center fielder. It will go over the head of Knox, who got a bad run on that one. Rizzo will score. Asui hits to third, and it is now 3-0 here for OBX early. Urs Schneider strikes out. Has dropped. I don't think it's a hit yet in the World Series. Emerson grounds it over to. He hits into a ground out. They don't prevent the runner from scoring, but it is now a 3-0 lead for OBX. Slaseco facing Azuaje deep back at the wall, and that is a home run. That is what the term is. As the Serpents will get onto the scoreboard here after being shut out in Game 2 to make it a 3-1 lead here. Azuaje is pitching well, but there's the first bit of damage. But he will get Kauru to strike out to immediately come back after that one. Ko-Chan stepping in now to try and do a little more work here. He will get the strikeout as well. They're making him work, though. He's at 64 pitches, so how much longer can he hang on in this game? As Knox deep to the left field as well, and he has hit a home run now as well. And just like that, the Seattle Bats have woken up here. Home field coming in clutch as Knox gets his first home run of the series as well. And just like that, this game has immediately turned on its head. It was cruising for OBX to right field. It will not have enough, but Seattle has just come alive, and this game has gotten a lot more interesting, folks. Don't go anywhere. This one is anyone's game. Ortega leading off here in the 5th, trying to claw one of those runs back. They'll fight that one off to left field. That will drop in for a single. Leadoff base hit there for Dustin Johnson.
Hot dogs, come get your hot dogs here.
They will walk Johnson here. First and second now for a fielder. Fielder is second. They're third to second. They don't get the double play. As Nick Fielder will get there. Cole Kim is up. Cole Kim will strike out. That's the experience from Goozer showing up big time here. But now he's got to face the red hot Brizzo. Brizzo to the shortstop. They throw to second. They get the out. OBX not push another run across here. As they head to the bottom of the 5th. Seattle one swing away from tie. This game back up, and we're going nowhere, folks. Krapakasov will draw a lead-off walk here against Deswahe. Viverson stepping in trying to do something with this runner. He will send that one up the middle. Will jump in front of the center fielder. They're going to be aggressive with the base running. The Krapakasov is safe. First and third, no outs. To the right fielder, it will drop in front. We are tied. We are tied up, folks. 3 runs just like that. Rock out with your Cox at the RBI single here. Still first and third, no one out. Cacao draws the lock. It is bases loaded here. No outs for Sloth Seiko. This game get blown wide open as they will line that one to left field. 1 run will score. They're keeping it conservative. Bases loaded, but the Serpents have taken the lead here. Joey Votto in reverse stepping in now. He will get the first strikeout there of Kaoru. Now Kochan stepping in. Kochan will bloop that one over the shortstop Schneider. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Seattle has burst this game open with a 4-run rally here in the bottom of the 5th. 6-3 now. They've doubled the lead. Knox down the line. This one will continue. That's off the wall. In comes Sloth Seiko. In comes Kochan. 8-3. Seattle's offense has come alive here. 8 runs on 8 hits now. Gas on the fire. The runner will not move on the pass ball there. Forbes Jr. will strike out to get the second out of the inning here. Krapakasov will pop that one up. It defies physics to get to the left fielder, but just like that, Seattle is now firmly in the driver's seat here. OBX has it all to do with only 4 innings to go. They're down 3-2 coming in the lead 8-3. Asui will strike out. Goozer's slaying some heat still in his last season. Baseball stepping in here. The pitch to the shortstop, Forbes Jr. Throws over there for the second out. Or Schneider stepping in. Schneider to the left fielder, and that will be an easy catch. And just like that, only 9 more outs to go for OBX to get 5 runs at minimum. Bob Epperson stepping in here. Bob Epperson deep to the right fielder, but easily caught there by Johnson. Stepping in now is Croxout, who will go down by way of the K. Ryan Cacao stepping in. He will also strike out. So good pit inning there, but the damage is done as we go to Sauer for the last chance for OBX. Last chance for OBX here.
So the mood of the game kind of changed a bit here as we now have Marcus Emerson here with a ground out to second base. Just goes to prove to show you that like offense can happen at any time. Just you just gotta string a bunch of hits together. So Dustin Johnson stepping up now. That is gonna ground out to the second base, and that is gonna be scoreless inning again for OBX. Now we go to deep bottom of the 7th here with Seattle. And then now we do have a fly out here in the right field for us. Seiko, we have Kaoru. That's going to be grounded to the shortstop. 2 outs. Kochan, 2-2 count. That is going to be a single to right field. So this inning is going to stay alive here as we now move on to Shane Knox. That is going to be in the gap. And that is going to be at least a double here. They're going to try and score, and they're going to cut it off. So that's an easy run for Shane Knox. And we're now 9-3. So Mike Forbes Jr. steps up and is going to strike out, and that is going to end the inning. So now we are going to go to the top of the 8th. Nick Fielder now stepping up with Ash Winstein here for Seattle. Cole Kim going to take a walk. Next up, we're gonna have Vinny Brizzle. 2-0 count. That is gonna be a bit in the dirt, but it's gonna be stopped. That is a single though, so it's gonna be 1 out with runners on first and second. Here for Suya Sui, that is gonna be a flyout, gonna be caught in center field. Next up, we have baseball. That's a strikeout. They're gonna strand 2 in the top of the 8th. Not what they want to cook, but we are cooking nonetheless here in Seattle with the Sea Serpents stepping up with Chris Pogosov. Now, looking for some more insurance here, we do have Kripakosov hitting one into the gap. That's going to be at least a double, and they're going to stop there. So, runs in score position now already in the bottom of the 8th. We do have a strikeout here by Bob Abberperson. Next up, we have Roxell for Croxell. 2-2 count. That is going to land in center field. They're going to try to score again. Now it's 10-3 here in the bottom of Seattle. A bit of a blowout brewing here as we do have Seattle here getting a run. There's only 1 out so far, but a double play chance, but they're not going to get it as we do have a full count. But it's going to be a walk. So, Pup Lizzie coming in. That's going to be runs up first and second. Now, 10-3. That is going to be Aviators choice of second, unassisted as shortstop, and that is going to end the inning. So, now we've gone to the top of the 9th here, OBX. Looking to put up their own inning here. And we do have Schneider getting the first hit of the World Series. Congratulations, Nick. Congratulations. Now, 3-2 count. We're going to have Marcus Emerson here. That is going to be a sliding catch that is caught. Nigel Ortega here is going to watch where Schneider makes it to second base off of that pass ball. Nigel Ortega, that is going to be grounded out to a shortstop, so run on third base. That is going to be a ground by Dustin Johnson. That's not enough as Seattle's going to win this one with the comeback blowout here in 10-3 fashion. Yep, and with that, it's going to be Seattle only has 2 more hits than OBX in this one, just really able to string them all together in the 5th inning. So now looking at the box scores, we have 3 hits for Vinny Brizzle on fire so far. 2 hits and 2 RBIs for baseball. Now for Seattle, it's going to be 3 for 4, 2 RBIs for Roxell Croxell, 2 for 5, 2 RBIs and 2 runs for Jose Slapseco, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs for Cody Kochan, 3 for 3 of 4 RBIs for Shane Knox. Now for the pitching, we Gooser here on the Swan Song is going to get their 2nd win of the postseason, 3 runs and 7 innings pitched. Cedar Ajua is going to get the loss here, 4 innings, and that is going to make Carpenter the game go to Shane Knox. And that is game 3 for y'all. And let me now change the count a bit. It's 2-1, and we get to move on to game number 4.
Wow.
And in the most unnoticeable corner of the stream, we do have a game counter here, so everybody wants to keep track of what part of the stream we're on right now. Okay, so does anybody want anything right now? Go on to here to Aviators. Stamina check. Okay. Pitching staff. Pickle Bears now 55%. Otov 64, Wales pitched. Blizz 87. Quinn Freed, not worth it. Mason Williams hasn't pitched. Nitro also hasn't pitched. So yeah. Sea Serpents, I'm gonna guess no. So
I think the last thing in the Serpents chat was C doesn't threatening to take Scott out for Taco Bell, so no changes from OBX. Okay.
Okay, I see. And then Sea Serpents, we're just gonna assume is a no at this point. So.
Ooh.
They did bring back the volcano menu, so.
That's in June, though. But yeah.
Yeah, Sea Serpents just assume no stamina checks unless specified. So yep. I'm just assuming that they've been keeping a nice track on it. 14.5 hits.
Yep, I went under. personally on this one. It's Arya versus.
More ill, right? Yeah, the next, the last game was kind of intense. So, let's see. I'm just gonna let it run for a bit. Well, while we're waiting, since to pass the time, I just want to give a quick shout to a farmers market. Support your local farmers market. They have a great selection of stuff. I bought an entire bag today of peaches, tangerines, and plums for $5 Canadian. That's like, I don't know, $4 American max, including tax. So yeah, support your local farmers market. They got the good stuff. And with that, I guess that's a tangent aside. I guess we've gone long enough. So get your predictions in. They'll cut off at the 3-minute mark. I guess I'll start this time, and then yeah.
Serpents, we good. Nothing from Seattle.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Yeah, I assumed there was gonna be nothing, so that was right. Anyways. 3-1 count, gonna start off where Schneider is gonna take a walk to begin. Marcus Emerson now 1-2 count. That's gonna be a strikeout. Nigel Ortega here, 1 out, 1 on base. It's gonna be ground to the shortstop. They're not gonna try for a double play though. That is gonna be a fielder's choice, and we do have a 2-0 count pickoff attempt, but it didn't work. Now 3-0 count, that is gonna be a walk here for Dustin Johnson. Now Nick Fielder. That is going to be a single. Are they going to try to score? They're going to try to score. And Nigel Ortega is going to be able to make it home. Now next up we have Cole Kim. 3-1 count. That is going to be grounded out to first baseman and thrown out. I had to wait for a second to see that actually be a ground out. But yeah, now that is going to end the inning. OBX is going to get on board first, though. 1-0 is the current score. Now next up we have Krzysztof Kropakosov here with it. Line now straight to first base. Bob bad person. That is gonna be a fly out, gonna be caught in center field. 2 outs. Rocks out. That's gonna be a strikeout on 1-2 count, and that's gonna end the 1-2-3 here for the Sea Serpents. Now we go back to the Aviators here. Anthony Brizzo, hot hitter so far, World Series. That is gonna go to a gap. Gonna be at least a double here. Anthony Brizzo's gonna stop there, and that is gonna be a double indeed. So now for Sugi Sweet, that is a strikeout. Now for next up, baseball here, runner in scoring position, strikes out again, so it's now up to Schneider, 1-2 count, who is also going to strike out, and that is going to end the inning here. Stranding 1 on second base. Now we go back to Seattle on this 1-0 game. Here's the bottom second, where we're going to have Brian Cacao, who's going to step up, get a strikeout, and that's going to be a first down. Next up, Jose Slavseko, that is going to be a fly out, going to be deep in center field, going to be caught. And in the inning, now Hatsukaru here. 3-1 count. That is going to be a single to left field. Now that's a 2-out single here. We're going to have Cody Kochan stepping up. Have 0-2 count strikeout. And that is going to end the inning as we now move back to OBX here with Marcus Emerson, who's going to step out 2-1 count. That is going to be straight up grounded to first base. Going to be taken independently. 0-2 count strikeout from Nigel Ortega. Dustin Johnson strikes out, and that's a 1-3 inning for, and Athena already has 6 strikeouts here so far with 9 outs. So we now go to Sea Serpents here. Shane Knox, who's going to step up and hit a grounded to the second baseman. Mike Forbes Jr. That is going to be grounded out to third base, and not a lot of offense today here. It's still 1-0 here for Krzysztof Kropakosov. That is going to be grounded to second base, and now we move on to Scud for next 3 innings.
Alright. Nick Fielder leading us off here for OBX. Be lined out to the first baseman for out number 1. 2-0 pitch to Cole Kim, and that'll be a base hit into right field, splitting the 2 infielders there. So we run at first here for Anthony Brizzo. 1-0 count. There's a ground ball to the pitch we're thrown over, and there's the 1-6-3 double play to end the inning. So still 1-0 ball game here. Nothing going in that inning. Bob Babbitt-Person leading us off for Seattle. That'll be a strikeout looking for Gianna Moore. Rock out with the Crocs out. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to third. Thrown over for out number 2. Bring up Ryan Cacao. The 1-2 pitch. There's a ground ball over to second. That'll be out number 3. So we will head into the top of the 5th. Not much has changed from the top of the 1st. So Suisui will strike out looking on the 1-2. Looks like a splitter at 90 miles an hour. Bringing up baseball. 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball over to second. That'll be out number 2. First Schneider, 0-2 count. Line drive, just hit it just a bit too hard. That'll be out number 3 in the top of the 5th. So we head down to the bottom half of the inning with Jose Salcedo leading us off for the Sea Serpents. There's a base hit up the middle. So that'll be a leadoff single, putting the runner on for Hatsukawa. 2-0 count. There's a fly ball center field, and that is caught for out number 1. So just not enough. Cody Kochan strikes out looking for out number 2. Bringing up Shane Knox. It's a fly ball, just more of a line drive, but hit way too hard. That'll be caught for out number 3. So they do strand Salcedo at first. We head over to OBX in the top of the 6th. Marcus Emerson on the 0-2 count will line out to center field. Seen plenty of those today. Nigel Ortega will work the 3-1 walk. So runner at first here for Dustin Johnson. 3-2 count. There's a full count walk. So runners at first and second here for Nick Fielder. 2-2 count. And there's a strikeout looking from Fielder. Strikeout number 8 on the day for Aria. Cole Kim will work the walk, so that'll be bases loaded here for Javithany Brizzo. 3-2 count. There's a base hit rolling all the way to the right field wall. That should score at least 2, and they send 3. Bases clearing double for Javithany Brizzo, making this a 4-0 ball game. Aria's still in the ball game. That'll be a base hit just over the heads of the infielders from Missouri, and that'll be another RBI as Brizzo scores on that base hit. 5-0 OBX. And baseball will strike out, so the inning is over. The damage is done, but 5 runs, down 5 runs heading into the later part of this game. Mark Forbes Jr. will strike out for the first out of the bottom of the 6th. Bringing up Christoph Kapakosov. 1-0 count for Kapakosov. And there's a fly ball in the left center gap, but the center fielder will run over and make the grab for out number 2. Bob Babenperson will hit a ground ball to the first baseman for out number 3. So we head to the last 3 innings with, I believe, Reno.
Yeah, also.
I am Reno.
Before that, thanks to T Destroy for subbing here 8 months straight.
Woohoo! That is a leadoff out for Schneider, and then Emerson will follow. They fly out as well. And Ortega will follow, although they fly out as well, as Xavier Crawford gets them out 1-2-3 here of the 7th. Now, Yana Morgan stepping in. Well, 3-0 count. They're swinging 3-3-0. Rocks out your cocks out. Well, instead, grind out to the shortstop. Morgan will strike out Cacao as well. Salcedo, last chance here in the bottom of the 7th. Deep, and there is your first run of the game for Seattle. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Salcedo answers the call. Only the 3rd hit off Morgan today, and technically a 3rd base runner total. There's no walks either. Gary stepping in here. Morgan shakes that off quickly and gets the punch out. But Seattle has a chance still. They still have the chance. This offense is loaded. Salcedo is now red hot. Dustin Johnson stepping in against Crawford. He will send that one to the second baseman, Ben Riverson, who will throw over to first. Fielder stepping in. Fielder deep to right field. Does it have enough? It does not. It hangs up a little bit too much, and the right fielder camps under it. Cole Kim will get cut down by Crawford as well. And just like that, Seattle, 6 outs to get 4 runs. Not impossible. They did more with less in the last game. Kochan back up the middle for the first out. Knox stepping in now. Knox to second base, onto first. 2 outs there. Forbes Jr. stepping in. He will strike out as well as OBX. Last chance to add insurance runs here with a 4-run lead going into the 9th. Rizzo leading off. Grounds to the shortstop. Forbes Jr. who throws over to the first baseman. Crocs out. Sweet deep to center field. Easily camped under by Knox. And last at bat for them will be Baseball, who will hit that one to the left fielder, Kaoru, but it will be caught. Last chance here. Krapakasov and Riverson Crocs at top of the order here. This is, in theory, where you want your offense to be starting from. Morgan to Krapakasov. Grounds to the second baseman, onto first. Easy play there. Riverson stepping and hitting sub 200 on the series now. Will strike out as well. Crocs out. Last chance of the game. They need 4 with 2 outs. Do they have the magic? Mason Williams stepping in. He strikes out, Crocs out. That is the game. OBX has tied this series at 2 games apiece. And a nice offensive showing and even better showing from Gianna Morgan on the mound. On the Outer Banks side, we only have 5 hits. Only on 5 hits as well, but 5 walks. Those base runners mattered. RBIs coming, 3 from them from Berza, who continues to be red hot. And then Seattle, 2 hits, only 3 hits on the day, 2 for South Seiko, with the only shot run coming from the solo home run. Yana Morgan win her second of the postseason. 8.2 strong, only 1 earned run, 10 strikeouts, and saves the bullpen for another day. Athena Aria, uncharacteristically bad start. 5 earned runs on 5 walks to 9 strikeouts, as that they get their first loss of the postseason. And your player of the game is Yana Morgan. And as we head into Game 5, the prediction will be who wins, OBX or Seattle. No changes for OBX, and no changes for Seattle either. Perfect.
Let it ride.
All right. Well, now here's the fun part. Who do you guys have for Game 5 here?
It's been pretty back and forth all series, so imagine Seattle comes back and makes us a 3-2 series.
I'm gonna go OBX. I'm gonna go OBX here personally. I think Walrus Jones shut him down last time. Can you do it again?
That's fair. I think Aria shut him down on game 1, but saw how that worked out for last game. So I don't know. It's been a roller coaster of a series. You know, win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1. So
I mean, I like that though. That, you know, considering people you'd look at this and be like, oh, Seattle, because they have 7 of the 9 batters, but OBX is not a slouch by any stretch of the imagination. So this is.
I mean, guys, it's always say who can put together hits. I mean, like you can be the worst team, but like you can get hot at the right moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's how playoffs kind of be. So, anyways, I was muted for a long time while I was trying to comment on. I can't tell you who wins because I feel like that'd be a risk of me being biased. So here we are.
Well,
Sarah has a script.
The prediction, yeah.
The script, yeah. I work with the found too much people might unironically believe that I actually said the script. So
the prediction is who wins. That's the only reason I was talking about it.
Yeah. So, but all right, the prediction.
I can't put any points on it. So.
No, but this is a very close series so far, as we are 2-2 right now. So really, at this point, anybody can just pick who you like more. I don't know.
I was just going based on how the season's going. I'm not really showing any favoritism.
Favoritism on our stream? Yeah. I don't know. Just
Still Kingpins.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for Scud's last ever PBE stream.
Sarah's gonna make sure I get fired.
No, I'm not gonna make sure I get fired. I'm just gonna make sure that you're gonna have a lot of like, and also like a lot of as you. Yep, that's about it. So yeah, that's gonna be what happens. But yeah, congrats on your last PBE stream. I hope you enjoyed this experience very much.
I expect severance pay. And benefits.
Benefits? What kind of company do you think we are here at PBE?
PT pass for a season.
Oh, our PT pass. Yeah, that'd be cool, actually.
That's my severance package.
Don't go. If I actually had PT pass, I might actually be able to back serve, but no.
Oops.
Oops. Not in this league. No. Okay,
Sad.
that's enough complaining as we now move on to game number 5. Did I save? Did I save? I should save right now just because of paranoia as we now move on to game number 5. Walsh Jones versus Armageddon. Who's starting again? Is Reno, right? Yeah.
Yep. And then you, and then I close this one
I
out.
finished last game.
Yep, go.
Let's do this. Game 5. Who picks up the 3-2 series lead here? Schneider will jump on this pitch, but it will not go far enough. Marcus Emerson stepping in now. Emerson down into left field. That will be a 1-out double. He will stand up in there. Not even a... doesn't even have to slide. Ortega in now versus Gerd. Up. Okay. That's not how physics works, but it's an infield single. First and third now. 1 out for Dustin Johnson, the veteran here. Grounds to third. They throw to second. They throw to first. They get the double play. They escape the runners on base situation here. And just like that, the early threat is erased. They got to Gerd early last time. Will they do it again here, though? Walrus Jones stepped in. Lights out game 2 for him. Can he repeat? It will be hard to do against a Seattle lineup like this. He gets Kapakrisov. Quickly. A pop-up that I'm pretty sure went through him will go to the first baseman for the second out. As Walrus Jones gets the ground ball to the third over the first. Easy play there. And just like that, we are heading to the top of the second. Fielder stepping in here against Gerd. Fielder to center field, drops in front of Knox, and they will hold him at first, but there is a lead-off single. Cole Kim stepping in now. Kim to the second baseman. They throw to second. They don't throw to first for the double play, as there will be still a base runner there. Rizzo will strike out looking. Beautiful pitch there from Gerd to get the punch out. Now taking off will be Kim. Kim is safe. Suyo Sui stepping in here. Sui to the shortstop, thrown over to first. They get the out. The runner will be stranded at second. OBX stringing together a couple of hits here and some couple hits, but nothing showing just yet. Cow facing off against Walrus Jones. He will draw a walk at the first base runner of the day for Seattle. Slaseco, red hot, will ground to the shortstop, but that will be an infield single. Never mind. I thought it was an infield single based on the animation. Kyoru will hit that one to the right fielder. They are going to send the runner, and they will be safe. There's an RBI single there for Atsu Kyoru. As a co-chan will step in now with a runner on first, and Walrus Jones will walk him. First and second now with 1 out for Shane Knox, who will strike out. Walrus Jones looking to get out of this one with minimal damage to Forbes Jr. Forbes Jr. will go down by way of the K. As we head to the third, Seattle is on top 1-0 though, and our series of runs have been at a premium for the most part. Baseball leading off here. Baseball to the right fielder who will barely have to move for the first out of the top of the third. Schneider stepping in, grounds back to Gerd. Gerd throws the first, easy play there. Emerson stepping in now. Emerson will punch out as well. Gerd is dealing here after getting roughed up in her first start as we head to the bottom of the third. Kapakrisov will lead off for Seattle against Walrus Jones, who will strike out. Fireball there from Jones. But Viperson will now try and do something here as well. Try and get that batting average up. They will draw a walk, so like Ariel last game, Walrus Jones issuing a lot of free passes here. His third of the day already. There's number 4. Has walked 4 in addition to the four strikeouts, so this could hurt him. Easy ground ball over to Schneider, who throws to first for the play. Salseco in the run scoring situation, but he will strike out. Jones escapes the damage as I will hand the torch off.
Oh yeah, so now stepping up is gonna be Nigel Ortega, who's gonna hit a pop-up. It's gonna be caught in a shortstop, and now next up we have Dustin Johnson. That is gonna be a single to center field. Gonna land there as Johnson is able to make it first. This is a bad average a bit, and then they're gonna pick him off. Oh my god, and that's a goofy animation there as Dustin Johnson gets picked off trying to steal second. It's gonna be caught really sharply. Remember, Gerd, by the way, only has 48 hold runners. Anyways, next up we have House of Carter. That is gonna be a single. Yeah, I didn't even know TP had run animations in the 24. As that, we have another pickoff, so 1 pickoff or another pickoff here as well, shows is able to repay favor. 2 outs here and 1-2 count. Shane Knox gonna strike count. That is gonna end the inning. Are we? We're not at 3. That is like number 1, Reno.
Well, they had the two pickoffs, and then they had the weird.
The pickoffs are pretty standard though. Like they happen a lot.
We've had 4 of them in one playoff series.
That's true.
No, but nobody noticed the first baseman like moonwalking halfway across the baseline.
I think that counts for 3 nickels alone.
Yeah, I mean the first baseman moonwalking through it just was an animation. I mean, like I hope they improve in 24 the fact that a lot of as Rock Stars gonna take a walk here. The fact that they kind of just have a lot of like glitchy animations where first base just have a lot happen all of a sudden. Bad person happens his way to a single. Now we do have a ground out here. 4-6-3, don't like that is gonna end the inning here as Crocsall hits 2-1 as we now move on to the top of the 6th here. Still 1-0 Seattle as baseball steps up. It is gonna be hit to the pitcher. They're gonna throw it out to first. Next up, you have 1 to third base. Marcus Emerson here with the strikeouts, so 1-3 again for Irma Gerd as we now move on to the bottom of the inning here in Seattle. You have Ryan Cacao stepping up. No to count. That's going to be a strikeout, 3 pitches here right on the box. Next up we have Feliz Loseco, that's going to be ground out to first. We have 3 picks-offs, I believe. Now we do have another 1-2-3 inning here at the Sea Serpents, and we're going to move on to Scud for the last 3 innings.
Okay, let's go. Andrew Ortega works the full count walk to get this inning going in the top of the 7th. Dustin Johnson, line drive, falls right in front of the center fielder for the base hit. Runners at first and second here for Nick Fielder. And he goes against the shift all the way to the left field corner. And that'll be a 2 RBI double, and OVX takes the lead in the 7th inning. Runner at second here for Cole Kim, and there's a base hit, so back-to-back extra base hits here for the Aviators, making it a 3-1 ball game. Yikes. Javithany Brizzo, ground ball to the short, so that'll be the first out of the inning. Sui will strike out. Bring up baseball, hits a ground ball over to short, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. But before Aviators take a 3-1 lead, and it is stretch time for the next 2 seconds, and now it is not stretch time. So Cody Cochran getting started here with a pop out to the second baseman. Ground number 1, Shane Knox, 2 strikes on him. We'll get a ground ball over to third. That'll be thrown over for out number 2. Mike Forbes Jr., 2-0 count. There's a ground ball over to short, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. So a quick 1-2-3 for Becky Quinn. And we head to the top of the 8th. Seeing if the Aviators can get some insurance runs as we head to the latter part of this game. And looks like Earth Schneider will take a walk. Bringing up Marcus Emerson. It's a fly ball all the way to the center fielder. That'll be caught for out number 1. Nigel Ortega will strike out, swinging at the fastball, 102 miles an hour. Marin Beckett, ground ball over to short, thrown over to second for the fielder's choice, out number 3. And we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Nothing going for the Aviators there. Krapakosal leading us off here. There's a swinging bunt from the catcher, and there's, and they mistimed the catch. The hand-eye coordination was lacking there. There's a base hit from Babbitt Person. They will not score, but they will not send the runner from third. So runners at the corners here for Crocsall. There's a ground ball over to third. That'll be a fielder's choice, so Crocsall will get an RBI. And there's my dogs. There's a fly ball deep left field. That's not going to be deep enough, as Cacao almost had a game-winning home run. Host Laseco also goes to left field, and that'll be caught. So Seattle gets 1 run on the board here, but not the 2 runs needed to tie. We head to the top of the 9th with Nick Fielder, the center fielder, leading us off. 1-1 count to Fielder. And there's a base hit off the top of the wall. Should be 2 bases. Never mind, he says let's go for 3, and he does. Leadoff triple here for the Aviators with Cole Kim up next. He will strike out swinging on the fastball from Beckett. Bringing up to Javithany Brizzo. It's a pop-up to the shortstop. And Suri will work the full count walk, bringing up base ball. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. And he will strike out swinging. So nothing doing on the leadoff triple. When we head to the bottom of the ninth, we'll see what magic the Sea Serpents have. Hatsukaro leading this off. There's a pop-up to third baseman in foul territory for out number 1. Cody Kochan will strike out swinging on the changeup for out number 2. We have Shane Knox, the center fielder, 1-2 count. And they will strike out swinging as well, so Outer Banks is 1 game away from winning the Season 38 World Series 3-2 lead, as this one is finally over. Taking a look at the box scores here, 2 for 4 with a run for Dustin Johnson, 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs for Nick Fielder. And then over on Seattle, 2 for 3 for Bob Baviperson, and the only RBI coming from Calru. Over on the pitching side, Walrus Jones, 6 innings, 1 run, 5 walks, 7 Ks, with Quinn getting the 3-inning save. McGurd, 7 1/3 innings, 3 earned runs, 5 Ks, and player of the game will be Walrus Jones.
Also, commentators Chris Moment, me and Twitch like going, "Oh, Gerd's dealing," and then OBX puts up 3.
Oh, right. If anybody actually heard me laugh, it's because I know that Reno just realized. And that is why.
The sound you are hearing
I don't know.
is hummus dropping to my house as we speak.
You know what? I'll tell you what. The best way to prevent commentators' curses if we just all agree to not talk anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll be communicating this game through interpretive dance.
I was gonna say Braille or Morse code, but I don't know.
No, I am now sending my signals to everybody in this chat. I'm now sending my signals to.
I can't believe you feel that way about me.
Okay, we got.
If I was more confident in my German, I would just drop a German inning or so. But
no
we ball.
No changes from
we are balling.
We are letting it ride.
Prediction is live. Does Seattle make it to Game 7? Can they hang on, or will OBX send them home?
German may not be one of them, but hey, fun fact, we speak 4 languages, they're all terrible. The number 4 is only because of Duolingo. Thanks, Duolingo. If I didn't shout them out, they were gonna actually kidnap me, so here we are. Yep. And, wow, okay, can Seattle make it to 7 games, so... Another win-lose type prediction, so... No, a lot of drama here today so far, so I don't know, it's like kind of close in terms of like every single game so far except for that one Seattle game where they let out all their offense, but I don't know, really anything can happen still, I believe. Yeah, the script goes crazy. Anyways. So, with that, I guess the predictions have gone down a bit. So, are we ready to begin? To start with? Alright, Scud. You can take it over, okay? Let's go.
Get my shenanigans out of the way in the first 3 innings. Let's go. Here we go. Game 6, World Series. Crocosop leading us off. Ground ball over the pitcher, thrown over out number 1. Bob Baviperson full count works the walk, so runner first to 4. Rock out with your Crocs out. There's a base hit in the right field with a move to run over the third. They send him. So there'll be runners at the corners here with 1 out for Ryan Cacao. Another full count, and that'll be a walk. Bringing up Jose Salseco with the bases loaded, who strikes out with another full count at bat. Making him throw some pitches. And there's another strikeout. So they strand 3 runners in the top of the first, and we head to the bottom half with Urs Schneider leading us off. 1-0 pitch to Schneider, and there's a leadoff base hit for the Aviators. Bringing up Marcus Emerson. 1-2 count to Emerson. There's a strikeout from Booz Gooser. They'll bring up Nigel Ortega. 3-1 count to Ortega, and that'll be an infield single as to the pitcher. Lazy defense there from Gooser. And the ground ball sneaks under the glove of the shortstop, but don't send the runner, so Dustin Johnson loads the bases on that single, bringing up Nick Fielder. 1-0 count to Fielder, and there's a fly ball all the way to left field, and that's caught at the warning track, but that'll be good enough for a sac fly and the first run of this ball game. So runners at the corners here. Where's that dude walking? Cole Kim hits a base hit, and that'll make the 2-0 ball game here in favor of the Aviators. Runners at the corners still for Anthony Brizzo. 1-2 count to Brizzo, and he will strike out, so the inning is over. But the Aviators take a 2-run lead early in this game. See how Seattle responds with Cody Cochan leading us off in the top of the second. And he works the walk on another full count. As Wahe's thrown 37 pitches through one plus innings. As Knox gets a single at the middle. Forbes Jr. will strike out on the full count pitch. Bringing up Krapakosov, who on the first pitch grounds out to the first baseman for the fielder's choice. Putting runners at the corners here for Bob Babberperson, who gets a base hit, so Seattle will be on the board here. 2-1. And runners at first and second here for Crocs out, the first baseman. 1-1 count to Crocs out. There's a fly ball deep center field, running back, but caught just before the warning track, so that'll be out number 3. But Seattle does get the first run for them this game. We head down to the bottom half of the second. Suey gets us started. Fly ball left field. That'll be out number 1. Baseball, 2-2 pitch. There's a diving catch by the right fielder for out number 2. And then there is the full count walk to Earth Schneider as Marcus Emerson's up. There's a line drive deep to center field, but he practically already there for the third out. So we head to the top half of the third. Ryan Cacao, the DH, leading us off with this one. 3-1 count to Cacao, and there's a fly ball. This game is tied. 432-foot bomb from Ryan Cacao ties this game up at 2 apiece. So we have a brand new ball game. In inning number 3, Jose Salseco follows it up with a strikeout looking for out number 1. And that'll bring up Hatsukaru. 2-2 count to Kauru. And there's a strikeout swinging. Strikeout number 5 for Azuaje. And now Cody Cochan, the right fielder, is up. And there's a fly ball, right field. And that'll be caught for out number 3. But Seattle does tie this game up at 2. As we head down, bottom of the third inning. 3, 4, 5 hitters up for Outer Banks. Nigel Ortega ground ball over to third, and that'll be another infield single. 50 speed, a lot of infield singles out of Ortega today. Ground ball from Johnson, that'll be a 6-4-3 double play. So 2 outs for Kim, strikes out swinging, that'll end the inning. So it is tied 2 apiece as we head to the middle part of this game. Top of the 4th with, I believe, Reno? Where's Sarah?
Shane Knox leading off here in the top of the 4th. Fly ball to the left fielder Ortega for the first out. Forbes Jr. stepping in. He will go down by way of the K as Wahe doing his best to keep these at-bats short. Krapakosov in. Back to the shortstop Schneider. Throw it over the first. Easy play there. Quick work there of the Seattle bottom and then first batter there, as you will now turn it over to Outer Banks in this bottom half of the order, which has been very productive this World Series. Cole Kim with a lead-off walk. You have Brizzo here, red hot. Can they bring this lead back on top? Kim is safe. Runner in scoring position with no one out. Brizzo, weak little pop-up to the... sorry. Trim for there for a second. But Asui will send that one down the line. Kim will score from second. And just like that, Outer Banks has jumped back on top. The bottom 3 have been a nightmare for the Seattle pitching staff so far. Baseball, grounds to second, they throw over to first. Runner on third now with an out. Earth Schneider can do some more damage here. He will not, as that one will hang up a little bit too much. But OBX has jumped out back on top. Having a fun one here so far, folks. Biberson stepping in here against Azuaje. Azuaje will walk him, his 4th walk of the game. Pitches are starting to add up here as we get to the stamina bar. A Croxett will hit that one to the right fielder. Easy catch there by Johnson. But that one will not be an easy catch as Cacao goes opposite field. 2-run shot up his Wahe, and the Serpents have jumped in front here on the road. 4-3 now. That is the long ball that has been their savior this series. Is popping off right now. Slotseiko will go down by way of the K, as Kaoru will step in here to try and keep this inning alive. They will hit a fly ball deep right field. Does that have enough? It will not. I thought it was off the bat, but it will die in front of the wall. Right fielder Johnson brings it in, but now OBX has to get that run back. Emerson can lead off here. The veteran player, you think he should be turning it on relatively soon. He will hit that one to the right fielder. It will drop in front. There is a lead-off single. Nigel Ortega stepping in here, trying to do something productive with this runner. He will draw a walk first and second now with no one outs. No outs. The veteran Johnson stepping in here, trying to do something here as well. He will want to draw a walk. Bases loaded. Goozer in trouble early here to fielder. Wild pitch. They hold all of the runners. 1-2 count. Goozer gets him striking out. Cole Kim here. Bases loaded. 1 out. Can you do something here? Kim to right field. Does that have enough? It does not. It stays in the yard. But here he comes. The game has been tied up. That is the GM doing the damage himself. Rizzo here. Huge chance. First and third. 2 outs. Can they get this runner in? Beckett's in. Deep to center field. Back at the wall. Anthony Rizzo has gone yard. It is now 7-4 OBX. A 4-run bottom of the 5th. This game is bananas, folks. I just poured water on myself. Let's go. As Hummus is diving across my screen. Asui stepping in. Asui will go down by way of the punch out, but just like that, OBX has taken the lead back in a non-stop action game so far here. Pecco Bear in now to face Kochan. The throw over to first, they get the play there. Knox stepping in here. Pecco Bear will give up a Schneider running place there for a bit, like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, and will get the second out. And as a line drive to the center fielder, who will get the last out of the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th now. You're onto the bullpen. Beckett will strike out baseball there. Busy at bat there. They got to get to him. They're getting him through that stamina a bit. Schneider will drop that one in front of the center fielder here. A little 1-out single action. Emerson stepping in now. He got that rally started last inning with that single. He will strike out though on the on the pitch in the dirt. Sorry, I thought the animation looked a little high. Ground ball to second base. They throw over to first. That will end the inning as we go to the last 3. Last 9 outs for Seattle. Can they get these 3 runs? Let's see if they can do it, Sarah.
Alright, so looks like if OBX holds this, they're able to win this World Series here. So now next up we have Bob Apshers, and that is going to be hit very deep, but that's going to be called on the warning track. Now next up we have Croxell. That is going to be caught, and that's going to need it. So now we're going to come back to OBX, who are going to have to get some more insurance runs potentially, as the Duke Singh is now going to come in for relief. Dustin Johnson for strikeout. Next up we have the fielder, who is going to get a pop-up caught by the shortstop. Now next up Cole Kim is going to round out to second base, and that is going to end the inning. So it's now up to Seattle, who are trying to find their free runs here, but that one is going to be called a strike. 1-1 count. This one is hit deep, and that is out here. Now just 2 runs separates them and OBX here from a tie game and their continued hopes of winning this World Series. That's one but gone bad. Furthermore, we have Hausakaru here. That is going to be caught in center field, as that one was in line now straight to center fielder. This one is grounded out to the shortstop. So now Seattle has to score at least 2 runs in the 9th here, but OBX is going to come in and try and make that number a bit higher with Havifany Brizzo, the hot hitter 1-2 count. That is going to be grounded. It's going to go through the infield, and that is going to make it to the outfield. Now, seriously, 0-2 count. It's going to land as well, so runs are going to be on first and second here for a baseball. Baseball stepping up, 1-2 count. That is going to be a hit to right field, going to be caught. They're not going to try and run for third, and they don't really have to. 1-2 count. Strikeout for Schneider. Now Matt because Emerson here stepping up. Here, last chance to score some runs, but that one is going to be a diving catch and it's going to be thrown out here. So it's up to Seattle here for our potentially score 2 runs, or else OPX is going to take the World Series with them home. So Seattle is going to have Shane Knox. That one is going to be a single, so tying run that comes onto the plate with Mike Forbes Jr., the shortstop. 2-1 count. That is going to be past the left fielder, so it's going to get the tying run to second base here. So it's still a very good opportunity to tie this game up here, as we now have Christoph Krapox on the top of the line. If that one is going to be hit deep, are you going to try and go for it? They are not. That will not help them. 2-1 count. This one is also going to be hit deep. So 2 straight flyouts. They're also not going to try and go for it. So Wilmer out to score 2. Rocks out. That one is going to be to right field. And OPX, despite that very turbulent ending, is going to win their World Series here. First World Series in OPX history, as this one is going to end 7-5 here, with OPX holding on in the last inning. So, with that, in 6 games, we have a winner. So let's take a look at the box scores quickly. Anyways, if anybody wants OPX to log on to the voice call right now, go ahead.
Wow. Just wow. What?
I mean, Seattle really made us. I mean, the Seattle offense really made us think for a second that this game was going to continue. Then they just decided to hold on with being able to and do some flyouts there, and yeah, just clutched it up a lot.
Yeah. Seattle, heck of an effort. Your team was never out of this by any stretch of the imagination. That offense was disgusting. Heck of a season, heck of a finals. Thanks for giving us such a good one.
And also, we have 2 double winners today. So NatSpace 100 points. So yeah, Anika and Confident win the double today.
Yeah, congrats Anika.
And specifically Confident, who also got 2 players who wins the World Series on the same day. Hello, Bailey.
Bailey.
Hi, Bailey.
Hello.
So, how do you feel right now?
Yeah, what's going on your head?
Oh my god, that was stress. I'll tell you that much. That was stress. That was stressful. That was awesome. It was a good series. It was awesome. You know, awesome job to Seattle. That was an incredible series. Honestly, at some point I was just like, their bats. He does it last round there. You know, congrats to them. A hell of a series, really was. It was fun.
Now, was it you that took over after AW stepped down originally after the back-to-back titles in S27, or was that?
So it was Rays that took over.
Rays, okay.
And then they were looking for a co-GM, and no one really stepped up. So I said I'll do it like as an intern, basically, which is why like that's the meme that I've been like the intern co-GM since.
Yeah. I mean, that was a heck of a rebuild to navigate as well. You had a lot of kind of hardships on the way, like certain prospects stalling out, but you still find a way to use them. And first title since season 27, so hats off to you.
I appreciate it. It goes to show everybody in the Outer Banks locker room that really stuck with us, and the people that build, and everybody that came. It's incredible. I'm more than happy to everybody. I say it all the time in the locker room, like, thank you to everybody there that put up with this entire rebuild. Like, it means a lot to go through. It's tough, right, to go through the seasons that you're not good.
You're winning 15, 20 games a season and all that stuff, but when you get to this, you're on top.
Yeah,
the flags will fly forever. You guys are the champions.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Everybody that stuck with us, I really appreciate it. I say it all the time, like, everybody in that locker room is incredible. And it means everything. Like I said, they're the ones that do it. We try to do everything we can to put the team together, and they're the ones updating and doing stuff every week. So
yeah,
that's all to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get through the box questions quick since I'm kind of stuck on the screen right now, but yeah, so I'll be quick. Rankakal here is going to take the player of the game for this game with 2 for 3 appearance with 3 RBIs for 2 of 4. Now for OPX, the winners here in this context are Schneider here, 2 for 3 for Nigel Ortega, and then 2 RBIs for Cole Kim, 3 RBIs for Havifini Brizzo, who I bet is going to win Series MVP, and also Suya Sui, 2 for 4. Now for the pitching, Boost Gooster, in their final game, by the way, shout out to a great career, going to take the loss here, 6 run, 4.2 2 innings pitch. OBX, CJ are just gonna take their win, their 4th win in the postseason. Y'all on top with the save here at the end of the World Series, and their game once again Ryan Cacao, and let's just take a quick look through the playoff coverage trying to find. And Havifni Brizzo is indeed is your Series MVP for the World Series. So there you go, and that is a wrap on our season. So I guess is for me to now ask a question is gonna be that so this season y'all bought in, which is like a bit of a risky move under all points. So at what moment did you decide that like this is gonna be a season you're gonna go for and that like you had a shot this season?
Yeah, it was a tough decision, honestly. You know, we were kind of at that spot where we weren't far behind the Voyagers, really, and the league looked pretty open in terms of talent around the league. There wasn't any team like taking a huge advantage or really being that far. I mean, NOLA was a you know, ended up being a lot further ahead, but you know, at that point we were just like, this is our opportunity to, you know, we have some players that are starting to regress next season, the season after. Like, this is the time to go for it. This is our chance to really take the team we have now, and we had the opportunity to add Rizzo and Dustin Johnson. So, you know, we took it because this is the year that we had to do it, and the trades end up, you know, coming to us, and you know, to be in that position is we didn't expect to necessarily be in that position this season. So when we had that opportunity, we just said like, let's do it.
And then also like it doesn't work out for every team, right? So like having it also work out for y'all. I mean, y'all literally traded for the World Series MVP this season. Like, I assume that must be a relief for y'all to make sure to know that worked so well.
Yeah, Rizzo was incredible throughout all of the series too. I think he was the MVP in I think all 3 of the series.
Really?
He was hitting like 430, 440. Like,
yeah.
Home runs.
Clutch too. I mean, like scored a lot of runs.
Yeah. Well, that bottom of the order just alone was kind of nightmare. Well, not like fully bottom of the order because baseball was like kind of inconsistent, but the bottom, the 3 of Kim, Rizzo, and Asui was causing some serious damage there for Seattle as well, which you just kind of see. It kind of nice to see when your stars aren't necessarily the ones that have to carry the entire time. But
yeah, it was tough too when you look at like the series too itself. Like Seattle had the best hitters, and we had the best pitchers, so I knew it was going to literally come down to one team. You know, that one team's going to have to, you know, obviously be better than the other in terms of that. But we had our struggles. I mean, they knocked us out of the park in what, game 2, game 3, game 3. They absolutely destroyed us in game 3. And we kind of knew that would happen probably. We just had to basically fend off everybody else. So it was an awesome series. Like I had a blast watching it in voice chat. So.
I mean, it's definitely one of the more intense series that I saw. Like at one point, you really didn't know which one team was gonna win, and then nobody really had the momentum. And OBX finally took the momentum here in the last 2 games, right? So, like, also, y'all had a tendency to come back a lot. I feel. I mean, like, yeah, a lot of comebacks. So, how does that do for your stress levels throughout this entire series?
This was terrible. This is so bad on my I'm over here like yelling in my living room. My wife's on the phone with her sister. I'm just yelling at the screen. She's reminding me that this is like a fantasy league, and I'm like, no, it's not. This is real life.
This is more than real life. This is where I would. This is where I would upload my consciousness to. So.
Yeah. Yelling at little like people on a screen.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
As they teleport everywhere.
Yeah, the ball's up and goes random places. Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I've kind of done that before. Yeah, I've watched playoff games at like real sporting events with people too. Like, what the heck are you doing? Like, don't worry about it.
Just ignore me.
It's not a phase. This is who I am.
Yeah, and I feel like I've drank more for the PBE. I've drank more for the PBE than actual baseball at this point. I feel so.
Yeah.
I'm better at PBE fantasy than I am in real life fantasy. So.
I mean, you get a lot more opportunities in PBE, right? Also, like different. You actually get target areas instead of just scored points. Yeah. So. So any plans for future for OBX here? As
Breathe.
Yeah, I mean, continue to, we have the draft coming up next week. Continue to build. We have, obviously Brizzo and Johnson are retiring, so we have to fill some holes. We have a nice draft where we have like 4 picks in the first 2 rounds. We get a nice little pool to continue on and kind of go from there. I think it's a good position to be in, to be to be at where we are today, and then we're gonna enjoy this today, and then we have the draft obviously upcoming where I can't say anything, so we have that upcoming too. So it's a good position to be in. I'm excited where we are and where we're at, honestly, and I'm thankful I didn't have to pitch in Game 7 because I would have lost my mind.
Yep.
Oh, I mean, for the content, I mean, like Aria versus Morgan would have been great, but only for the content, I'm sure you would disagree with me.
It would have been fun, but not for me.
Yeah, it is really fun. I mean, like, honestly, great pitching matchup this series anyway, so. Are you gonna run it back next season?
Am I coming back next season?
Run it back, yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back. Oh, for sure. Yeah, it'll be fun. We have there's.
All right, nice.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
All right, we're taking that into account for the next season. So, anybody else got any questions for or any comments?
Bailey, are you feeling 22 right now?
I am. I mean, you look at. I said it. What did I say? I said it yesterday. With the Swifties winning earlier, Taylor started her tour last night. Just saying. All I'm saying.
We got DJ in shambles right now.
Oh no.
I guess my last question I'd have for you is just kind of. So obviously it was a back and forth series like the entire time, but was there what was like the point in, if there was one, was there kind of a point in this series where like, you know what, like I think we have this? Like, did you ever have that, or is this kind of like a lot of bated breath? Like I still have no idea how this is gonna turn out. Like, yeah,
I mean, I knew sort of like even going into this series, I felt good about where we are, like the team that we had, the team we put together. I had no idea where it was gonna go, but even to this game, I was like, well, it's 7. Or they kept hitting home runs, and I'm like, well, I hope Gold can save this. So, but the game that really did it for me is that Walrus Jones performance. Honestly, like that.
Yeah, Walrus Jones is great.
I love Caravaggio. Such a nice dude.
Yeah, Caravaggio was awesome. So good for him.
Oh yeah, he deserves it, and I mean, I guess spoiler, we also nominated him for most dedicated as well for OBX. So just to see him put that performance after going through the full rebuild with us, like at that point I was like, okay, we can do this. Like we can do this.
So any last comments and shoutouts that you want to make of any sort for the crowd? Index is uploading, by the way, so floor is yours.
I appreciate everybody that does everything for the league. You get, Sarah and Reno, you guys commentating. It was a lot of fun, and everybody that runs the league appreciate it. And we're gonna go enjoy this in the locker room for a bit.
All right, you know what? I'm not gonna stop you. Then you go in the locker room and you have fun there, okay?
Thank you.
All right, let's go.
Enjoy taking a breath for the first time in life.
I got Big League by Bailey on stream. That's crazy. That's wild.
Alright, yeah. And with that, I guess we can also be ending the stream right now. So, like, Reno, got any comments they want to send everybody off on?
Thanks for an amazing season, everyone. We'll see you back next year for even more sim fun and sim shenanigans here.
Yeah.
Seriously, what was with your base? What was it? Oh, you got a fire base running, coach. After those playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, we did before. I think it was a game 6. Yeah, we fired him. He's gone. I took over.
Took him to the dumpster back. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to finish the series. Doesn't get a ring either, so.
His ring's being donated to charity.
He doesn't even get it. He has to come pick it up.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Nice, good.
Appreciate everybody.
VCL tomorrow.
Alright, stay tuned for more OTP content tomorrow night with Thomas Scott. VC hell, y'all. Oh, that image is way too small. I'm not gonna change it. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, thanks everybody, and that is a wrap on season 38, y'all. Congrats to Swifties, congrats to OBX on winning today, and with that, we'll see you next time, which is just next week, for the Tahini and also the drafts, alright? So, content is non-stop on PBE, just stay tuned. Alright, goodbye everybody.
Hello.